display their supremacy. Longhorns will kick this away to start us off. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So the Gators offense is on the field for the first time today. Let's check out the impact players in this game. For guys that are going to have to step up and deliver. The teammates look to them. Coaches are counting on them today.
Chris, I think these are the guys that show the most consistency, and I think that's why we're showcasing them, and they're going to have to be able to step up and not only make plays, I think provide the leadership. Coach has told us all week that these are the guys that really are unique within this program, and hopefully they play well today. I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big games, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
Play fake, looking to throw. It's a short completion to the big tight end. They stop him, but it's a first down.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a first down.
First down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And he dumps it off to the tight end.
The thing about this tight end is he is not only a great blocker, but shows here early in this game he can make great catches as well.
They'll run this play from the pistol formation. To the air, it's Lagway. Running out of time in the pocket. He'll take a deep shot. And it's hauled in, catch lane way downfield. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. Well, that is a dream start for the offense, but what an opening possession.
Yeah, sometimes you just want to kind of get settled into a game. These guys didn't really wait at all. They had a script. They knew exactly how to attack the defense, and it works out.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Return begins inside the 10. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. The Longhorns offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. They'll be met by a defensive front that has a couple of impact players on it. They get after the quarterback. They slow the run down. Really a nightmare to block.
Well, these guys are what it's all about. You want to build a great defense? Follow this blueprint right here. Big, strong, athletic defensive linemen. They're game wreckers, and they're lucky to have a couple of them up front. Going to be tough on this offense to try to hold up at the line of scrimmage.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Handoff from the shotgun. Breaks into the clear. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. The handoff to the back. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Pass complete on a crosser. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down to the 47.
They told us all week that they thought they had an opportunity to get this tight end the football, and here they are early in the game showing that they mean business.
Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down. He's got it in the open. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the plus 40.
Nice play action call here by this offensive coordinator. You know, you can freeze those linebackers just for a split second. Usually that's going to give you enough room to be able to get that tight end behind them. And if the quarterback can make a nice tight throw like this, pick up some big yards.
Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Makes a quick catch. Defense surrounds him, just a short gain on that completion.
And they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Pass caught, second down now. From the shotgun, drops back. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They finally tackle him after a huge chunk play. Moves the ball to the 12.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
The Longhorns starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Caught for the completion. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him closer to the goal line. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Back to pass. It's Manning. Pass caught. Can he get in? Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. And Florida has the lead, Kirk, as we break for the quarter. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. And he's sacked. He'll be brought down right at the 5-yard line.
You know, the quarterback looks like he makes the right read, but I got to tell you, I think he underestimated the speed of this defense and how quickly they were able to get to him to prevent him from picking up the first down.
It's 4th down and 4 as they try to keep the drive going. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Defense is coming after him. And it's broken up there. Great play, a third down stop. And the offense starts in the shadow of their own end zone. On the ground, it's Ball. It's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Bringing pressure. And he'll just throw that one away to avoid what would have been a sack.
Chris, on this play, he has nobody open. It's better than taking a sack. He doesn't get intentional grounding because where he threw it, there was an intended receiver. I think there's no harm, no foul here.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Looking deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up 4th.
Well, anytime you defend this kind of offense, you need defensive backs who are really comfortable in defending the ball being thrown downfield. It's not just the short to intermediate throws, it's the deep shots that they're willing to take. I love how he showed patience here before he knocked the ball away.
He boots it away from inside his own end zone. He'll call for the fair catch here. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Last possession, they were stopped on 4th down, but it didn't cost them anything. And they put together something here. The pocket breaking down. Swarmed to the pass rush. A sack.
Well, good job here getting into the backfield and coming up with this sack here by the defensive line from the Florida Gators. And, Chris, you think about Florida, you think about defensive linemen, you think about an incredible history and legacy that they've had over the years. Start with Javon Kearse, the freak, what he was able to do, and Kevin Carter, all the sacks he came up with. Dante Fowler, such speed off the edge. Even Derek Harvey, boy, he had an incredible year in '06 when the Gators won the national championship, and we're still seeing them dominate the line of scrimmage today.
Single back takes the handoff. Tackle made after just a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Offense breaks a huddle and gets set. It's 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Manning. He bought some time, now lets it go. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
What a hit there on 3rd down. The timing was perfect, and now we got a big 4th down play.
Longhorns will line up to punt it away. Hits this one off the side of his foot. It looks like no return here as that punt heads out of bounds. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Looking for some space. It's Ball. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on 1st down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this 2nd down.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. The RPO caught to the right. Taken down, but not before he makes the 1st down.
I love the call here by the offensive coordinator, getting this wide receiver involved early in the game. Obviously a long way to go, but you want this receiver to make a big impact today and get his confidence established early.
It's the 2-minute timeout. Nice to have a close game here as we approach the half. The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Send the back in motion. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Boy, we're just getting started here, and already you can feel a rhythm between a quarterback and a receiver. Nice job again getting back in the pocket, making a nice, accurate throw to one of his top targets.
That completion makes it 2nd and short. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Hansen. The Gators look to keep this drive moving.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
The Gators begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Caught over the middle. It's Hansen. They finally tackle him after a huge chunk play. Moves the ball to the 12.
Boy, huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
All of a sudden, that one explosive play has set the offense up inside the red zone. Makes the grab on the move. Tackled down at the 3 after the catch. Defense up against it now. The offense will take their 1st time out of the half to talk strategy here. Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Caught in the back backfield. It's Sturdivant. Touchdown, Gators. They connect for 6.
I'll tell you what, in this first half, this quarterback seems to be making all the right reads and showing the accuracy that he's shown all year long. Outstanding pass, great conversion. They put 6 more on the board.
And now here comes the point after attempt. With the extra point, the lead is 14. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. Back to pass. It's Manning. The tight end has got it. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Here's a 1st and 10 play. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Catch made on the out route. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down. Second and 10 now from the 48 after that incompletion. Going again on 2nd and 10. Caught in the flat by the running back. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. We come to the line, a long way to go for the first half, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
I mean, we're not even to halftime yet, and I don't think this guy wants to take a break once we get to the half. That's his 5th catch and counting.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They make the stop at the 26, but it's a 1st down. This offense in good scoring position now. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
All right, guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. For now, let's get back to the guys in the booth to start up this second half.
And the Gators will kick this away to get the second half going. They'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. And they'll set up at the 26 for the first play of this drive. Dropping back, it's Manning. He's running out of time here. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. Just flings it out of bounds and pass rush closing in.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important. But sometimes just the rush, the pressure, affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incompletion.
So 2nd and 10 after the previous play. And he'll set up to throw. Makes the catch downfield. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Chris, I think you got to give all the credit to the wide receiver here. Man-to-man coverage on an out route. That is a tough ask. Good inside move on the stem to separate from the defender, and a great throw by the quarterback near the sideline.
The defense setting up to go against this heavy formation. He's got room to run. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed, but what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
Still searching for their first touchdown of the game, but on the move now. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a receiver. Short throw complete to the tight end. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain in that play. Second down after that completion. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Takes a deep shot on the move. And he will score. Touchdown, Longhorns.
That's just great execution by this offense. The quarterback needs time on that post route. And I'm impressed by this receiver. I didn't know if he'd be able to get clear on that post, but he does. Lined up on the right side. Quarterback and he have worked on this all week to be able to find that route and that timing. This time they hit it for a touchdown.
They're setting out to try the PAT. PAT is good. They still trail, though.
That makes the score Florida 14, Texas 7.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. Scanning the field. It's Lagway. The pass rush closing in. And they chase him down outside the pocket for a sack.
I'll say this defense went in at halftime, made some adjustments, and they look like a different group here in these first few plays.
First down sack pushes the ball back. Second down coming up. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. But only a 1-yard gain, so it's 3rd and 9 coming up.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Oh, and he can't quite hold on. A great chance for their first interception here today, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And I think the quarterback here forces the ball because it's 3rd down, but he's got to be careful having the ball on his own side of the field. That ball was almost picked off.
The Gators will line up to punt it away. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. Returner tackle right there. That's where they start the drive. Here comes the first play of this drive. They're set up at their own 48. First down. Looking to throw the football. Receiver makes the catch. They finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 28.
Chris, this guy has a big-time arm. He just zipped the ball in there. You know, you can sometimes show your arm strength in other ways than just bombing it deep.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. Dropping back, it's Manning. And the completion made. Tackle, but first down.
Whew, that was pretty. The receiver broke down his defender on that curl against man-to-man coverage. That's how you win one-on-ones.
The Longhorns looking to cash in this red zone trip. Ball handed off. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Boy, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Sticking with the running game. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on third down, trying to force a field goal. It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Makes the grab, a chance to score. Touchdown, Texas. A great catch and run for 6. No surprise there, Kirk. It's a red zone touchdown to the big tight end.
Well, the tight ends are usually much more involved down in the red zone because of their size, and their skill set allows them to be more effective down in this area. Now, they may not hurt you on the big, long throw, but they can use their bodies and provide the quarterback a nice target when the defense is so condensed.
Here comes the point after attempt.
Is on for the extra point.
The PAT is up and good, so we're tied up here in the third quarter. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He'll return it from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Hand off to the back. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Dropping back. It's Lagway. Defense stops him short of the first down marker, and that'll do it for the third quarter of play. Heck of a ride through a very competitive first 3 quarters as we check out some of the stats here. Let's see how this one unfolds in the final quarter, set to get underway. We begin the quarter with a crucial play, offense setting up for this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. A deep shot to the right. Oh, it's intercepted. A critical late mistake here. Not much of a return, but the important thing is the interception sets the offense up at the 45.
Oh, Chris, you're in the fourth quarter. It's a tie game, and you throw an interception. Oh, my goodness. I know it's obvious, but you just got to take care of the football. It's that simple. Now their opportunity to take the lead is lost, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Here comes the opening play of the drive. They begin at their own 45-yard line. An inside give now from the shotgun. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Second down after that run on the previous play. Give it to the back again. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Quick throw caught on the left side. And gain enough to set up first down now at the 39.
Well, defending this guy, you need more than one defender. You really got to stress rallying to the football because this guy can make people miss.
The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Movement here from the tight end. On 1st down, it's play action. Grab behind the line, it's Washington. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Moore. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Well, sometimes these wide receiver screens, the quarterback simply needs to play the numbers game to the outside, and he can avoid these negative plays in the future. Pretty much that simple.
3rd down play coming up. Try a field goal from here. It will be 55 yards. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Oh, look at the quick cut. Spin move and still going. They finally tackle him after a huge chunk play. Moves the ball to the 12.
Well, that was a beautifully executed screen right here by this offense. They let the rushers get upfield, completely oblivious that the blockers are getting out in front and getting downfield, put the ball right on the back, and let him have all that space and an escort in front of him to pick up big yards.
The shotgun running play call. Touchdown, Longhorns. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Trying to find room. It's Ball. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. The final 2 minutes here. This defense trying to hang on. The offense trying to make a play to win it. Tight game. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it. And then 1st down, right back to the running game. And a nice 1st down gain there. They get him down, but very close to the 1st down marker.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. The offense getting closer to a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Lagway. Pressure is coming. Oh, he escapes. On the move now. He's found some room at the 45. The sophomore calls his own number and keeps this drive moving.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is going to get after him. They get upfield. They have a great pass rush. What do they create? Space and running lanes. And he takes off and picks up some nice yards.
Tight game. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it. Nice grab. It's Wilson. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Man, give the defense a lot of credit. You're taking away the elite receiver. That primary target forces the quarterback to find a second or third option. He gets positive yards. But anytime you can take away the big play late in the game, it's going to help you be able to secure victory.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
Smart decision here by the defensive coordinator to go with dime coverage, get more speed on the field, extra defensive backs, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football for this quarterback.
Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. Grab down the middle. It's ball. The offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important here in the final minutes. The Gators line up on 1st and 10 now. It's an option look. Pitch to the back.
That's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Tight game. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? They desperately need it. Out left, complete. Now the offense will take a timeout here with 30 seconds remaining.
Interesting call here, Chris, with this screen pass in the fourth quarter late in the game. I think they're expecting the defense to get upfield on the pass rush, but give the defense all the credit. Recognizing it, almost really anticipating that this screen was coming, and then rallying to the ball.
They make the stop, but it'll be 1st and 10 now from the 18.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Back to throw. It's Lagway. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. What a grab in the end zone in a clutch moment.
Now you've got a big decision. What a great touchdown. But think about it. If you kick the extra point, you tie the game up, probably go to overtime. Or you roll the dice and go for two and potentially win the game.
And now the critical extra point attempt. And a late timeout taken, just 4 seconds on the clock. And the coach says, forget OT. We're going for two to take the lead right here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. And it's caught. The gutsy call pays off for 2 points, and they take the lead here late. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Return begins inside the 10. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Catch made on the left side. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play. So what an entertaining battle here today, but in the end, Kirk, the number 1 ranked team couldn't make enough plays to dodge the upset here.
Well, it's hard to have your fastball working every single week when you have that bullseye. And sometimes the pressure is just too much, and you make some mistakes that you don't normally do, and I think that's exactly what we saw today.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.